Hey everyone, welcome to part 3 of this trophy and achievement guide for the original Final Fantasy VII. We're going to pick up right where we left off, outside of Aerith's house. We've been playing for just under 3 hours at this point, so let's keep it going. We're going to proceed out the left side of the screen, and then that will take us back into the Sector 5 slums area. Let's go into the nearby door, and then that will take us into the weapon shop. We're going to purchase some more grenades, and if you buy about 30 of them or so, that should be enough to get you through what you need grenades for. So let's purchase all of those, and then we're all done with that. We can go ahead and leave the weapon shop, and we're going to leave the slums entirely by going out the bottom left corner. There are some things that you can do in town there, but it's not really necessary for any of the trophies. So I'm just going to skip it, and instead we're going to go back toward the playground area. We just have to run through this section one more time. So we're going to go down this red ramp, run around the corner here, and then climb up this beam. Once you get to the top, we're going to go down these wooden stairs and up into the playground area. There is a yellow sense materia just on the other side of the fence. Go ahead and pick that up, and then proceed north all the way to the end, and then go right to enter Wall Market. Let's run north through this transition screen, and then that will take us up into the lower section of Wall Market. We have to go into the north part of Wall Market, so run all the way north through this area, and then go out the top exit. Keep running north past the gym, and then stick toward the right side because you want to go into this machine gun shop. Once you get here, run around the corner and talk to the man back here. You going up to the plate? You better have batteries. You're gonna sell me something you just found? Hey, you new? I repaired them, so it's alright. Why do I need batteries to climb up to the plate? You'll find out when you get there. How about 100 gil for each? Alright, I'll take them. Received batteries. Let's leave the shop and then head north in the same direction as Don Corneo's mansion, and then you'll see some kids talking out front. Want to see something awesome? Follow me! Let's follow them over toward the right side. Everyone climbed up this wire. Looks scary. Can we climb it? Yeah, it leads to the upper world. Alright, we'll climb the wire. There's no way we can do this. You know how far up it goes? There is a way. Look, what's that look like? Just a normal wire. Oh yeah? Well, to me, it looks like a golden, shiny wire of hope. You're right. This is the only way to save Aerith. Okay, that was a bad analogy, but Barret, I understand how you feel. Let's go. We'll start climbing the wire, and we just have to go all the way up to the very top, and then that will be the end of this screen. Along the way, there'll be a little dialogue from the kids. Oh man, this is horrible. Hey, it's scary, huh? Dad told me that it's the Shinra's doing. Let's keep climbing up, and then when we get all the way to the top part here, we'll run over toward the left, down, and then cross. We'll be able to jump over toward this area, and then we can put a battery into the socket. Maybe if I put a battery in, the propeller might work. I guess I'll just have to believe the shopkeeper. It takes a few seconds of spinning, but that propeller will spin around, and eventually it will create a path between the side that we're on and the side where we have to get to. So while that spins, take a second to hit that like button if you're enjoying these videos. It really helps me out. And also comment down below to let me know, is this the first series of mine that you've ever watched, or how did you find the channel? I'm always very interested to learn about those things. Let's proceed up, and then we're going to jump up onto the propeller, and that will take us up to the top section. We'll then run down to the left and then use the other side to climb up like a ladder. We can put another battery into this holder. Need a battery here too. Placing the battery in there allows us to climb up, and then we'll get up to the top of this wire where we have a little game that we have to play. Looks like the only way is to jump onto that bar. Should make it if I jump before it comes too close. Press X to jump. Wait until the bar almost touches the other wire that we climbed up. I'll do a little freeze frame here so that you can see it, and that's the time that you want to hit X to jump down, and you should land on it no problem. And then you'll just jump across and then proceed up. Now you actually can go all the way up that side, and there is another spot where you can put a battery in, but it only gets you an ether. It's not really worth it in my opinion because we'll get a lot more ethers later on pretty easily. But if you want one, you can go ahead and put one into that socket. You just have to do it before you jump across the way. Now let's just climb all the way up to the top left side and then back down toward the middle and finally go all the way up toward the top. And this is where we get a cutscene before infiltrating the Shinra headquarters.
Hey, you ought to know this building well.
Not really, now that I think about it. This is the first time I've ever been to the headquarters.
I heard about this place before. Every floor above the 60th is special and not easy to get to even for employees. Must be where they took Aerith. The security is pretty light now. Alright, let's go.
Wait a second, you're not thinking of just going right through the main entrance, are you?
Well, what else does it look like? I'm gonna kick some Shinra butt and...
That's not going to work. We've got to find another way.
Ain't gonna be no other way. If we keep wasting time like this, Aerith will...
I know that, but if we get caught here... Hey, Cloud, what should we do? If you bust on in, you'll have to fight a lot more, and I'm trying to keep my level a little bit lower, so I'm going to say, let's sneak in quietly. See? Let's be careful and find a different route. Doesn't really matter, even though you're going against Barret's wishes, you don't actually lose any affection with him at all, so it doesn't really affect the best bromance trophy. I'm just going to take a second to save the game real quick before we take the stairs and climb up. The stairs does give you another item along the way too, so it's not entirely worthless to go that direction. To go to the stairs, run all the way to the left side, and then it will take you into this back hallway area. You'll run forward till you get to the door with a green light above it, and then go into the right side, and then that will take you to the stairs.
Yo, you really gonna take these stairs all the way up?
Well, we've got to get to Aerith to help her somehow.
Of all the out of the way.
I don't have time to argue with you. I'm going.
Yo, Tifa, don't go alone.
Alright, here we go. We're just going to run up all the stairs, just going around and around all the way to the top. This section takes about 5 minutes to get through. You'll go through numerous floors and iterations of this going up, and there's going to be some kind of interesting dialogue along the way, so let's do it.
Don't know why the heck we gotta climb.
Because we don't want to start a commotion until we've saved Aerith, if that's possible. Knock it off. You're giving me the creeps.
So even you will fight for someone else. Guess I figured you wrong.
Who cares what you figured?
I'm just saying, maybe I was wrong.
What's that supposed to mean, Tifa?
How much farther do these stairs go on?
Why don't you ask them?
It's not one of them endless stairways or something, is it?
Of course not.
Right. Couldn't be that. Are we there yet?
Not yet.
There yet?
I said not yet.
Yo.
Look, don't even ask. We're way far away from being there, okay? Make sure to grab this elixir on the way up, and then keep going.
Man, I've had it. I'm going back.
It'll take just as long to go down as it did to come up. Come on, Barret. Pull it together.
Yeah, well, all I know is I'm only flesh and blood, except for this armor of mine. Don't treat me like I'm some ex-soldier or something.
What about me? I'm human too. Oh, do what you want. I'm going on. Yeah, Barret, you go first.
What are you, ignorant? I didn't mean that.
All right. Cloud, you go on ahead too.
Yo, what floor is this?
I stopped counting.
Why they gotta build these buildings so tall? That Shinra, they're just no good. Man, I'm beat. Marlene, Daddy wanted to see your face one more time.
Would you stop acting like an idiot and climb? It's just a bit more. Maybe.
Finally, made it. Never want to see no more stairs the rest of my life.
I'm beat. But here we are. We'd better get ready. Alright, let's run forward and then we'll get into a fight with these three guards. Destroy the intruders. These mighty grunt enemies are kind of interesting. They have two forms. There's the outside form that is heavily armored. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage. They have a lot of defense, but also they don't have a lot of evasion. What happens is that when you get them to below 50% health, that armor will break away and it will expose their roller form, which does significantly more damage, but also it can waste its turn. About 3/8 of the time it will just skate around instead of actually fighting you. They also have a lot of evasion, so what you want to do is to either hit them with limit breaks or just throw grenades at them. Typically one grenade will be enough to blow away their armor, and then you can use another grenade to take out their roller form, and they shouldn't cause you too much problems. You see that roller spin actually did quite a bit of damage. It did about 5 times as much damage as the armored form when it just shot Cloud. So definitely want to take those guys out pretty quickly, and then we'll move on. That is a forced encounter that we can't get around. What's this? Received key item, key card 60. Let's go straight ahead and into the elevators that those guards were guarding, and then we can interact with the console to choose our floor. We'll choose floor 60. I hope Aerith is alright.
This is the real thing. Don't let your guard down.
So what we want to do here is to go over toward the left side and go into this door.
Look at all them guards running around. Cloud, you go on ahead and signal us when it's safe to move.
So what you want to do is to hide behind these yellow statues here. The guards in the first set here move pretty slowly. They'll always just switch places with each other and then move to the other side where they're not currently occupying. When you get to the middle, then Cloud has to start telling them which way to go, and you hit the circle button to summon them toward you. So typically what you'll want to do is just wait until the guards are starting to move and then tell Barret to run across. Now it's going to be Tifa's turn. We'll do the same thing. The guards will move away. We'll just get her into the middle. When they swap places, we'll run to the third statue, and then when they move over, we'll get to the other side. Now Cloud has to move over, and these guards on the right, they actually will run, and there is a way that you can actually get through this one pretty quickly. You'll just wait until the guards are swapping places, and then when they run over toward the left side, then you can actually tell your party members to run all the way over. So we'll get here, and then we'll just wait till they switch, and now when they run back, we'll just do both of the second and third steps in a row, and that will take us to the end.
Okay, we're gonna rock.
Remember, we're here to save Aerith.
Yeah, I know that.
Now let's go up the stairs onto the 61st floor. Once we're here, we're going to go down, and we can actually talk to the person down in the bottom to explain some things. I don't remember seeing your face before. You new here? Say, you're cute. Let me teach you some things. Things? Wipe that stupid look off your face. I was only going to teach you how to get to the next floor. The higher-ups in the company use the floors above the 60th floor, but you can't get there without a key card. Get a key card and you can use the elevators freely. Voila! Hear that sound and the door will open. Just remember, there are different types of cards. One key card alone won't let you go everywhere. For example, keycard 60 only takes you to the 60th floor. Keycard 65 only takes you to the 65th floor. It's a security system worthy of Shinra. After all, they control everything in Midgar and in the world for that matter. Oh, I have to go. Gotta get back to work. Alright, that's a quick tutorial about the keycard system. We can actually get another keycard on this floor if we find the person who asks us what we're doing here. We want to say the ... answer so that they assume that we're someone we're not. Oh, I see. You must be that, whatchamacallit? Shinra Inc. Repair Division. You know, this building looks like it's starting to fall apart. This door was just pushed open. You want to fix this right away. Oh yeah, and take a look on the other floors too. Here, take this. Received it, key item, keycard 62. Well, that will let us go up to the 62nd floor, so let's go back to the stairs and go up. On this floor, we have to guess the special password that the mayor has come up with. The really fast way to get through this is to go to the upper right room with the green bookshelves, go to the center row, and inspect the books on the left side. What you'll see is a certain book, and depending on what book you see, that will tell you what the code is. So because I got results of failed space mission YA79, I know the password is King, but you can use this chart on the screen to choose which password it will be for you. It has to be one of those 4 passwords, depending on which book is in that position. Now let's go talk to the mayor in the room on the left. Oh, and who might you be? You all must be those... Me, I'm Domino, the mayor of Midgar. Actually, I'm mayor in name only. The city and everything in it is really run by Shinra Inc. My only real job is watching over Shinra's documents. Me, the mayor, a librarian. Ugh. You want to get upstairs? I'll tell you what, if you can guess the password, I'll give you my key card. Yes, that's it. Guess the password and I'll give you my key card. Get it on the first try and I'll even throw in a special item. Let's talk to him again. Got it? Then tell me. So we know that the password is King based on the chart that I showed you before. King! I love the sound of that. King, President Shinra sucks. I should be king of Midgar. Well, okay. Here, take it. Received keycard 65. I never thought you'd get it on the first try. Just goes to show you can't judge a book by its cover. Oh well, a promise is a promise. Take this too. Received elemental materia. Why would I do something like this, you ask? Revenge, of course. Shinra's been torturing me forever. That's why I was a little rough on you all just now. Now go up there and really make them suffer. This ought to teach them. Now let's go back to the staircase all the way on the right and we'll go up to the 63rd floor. That elemental material was nice and we'll make use of it later. Now on this floor there is a special little game we can play to get some good items. Let's go down to the bottom right room and interact with this computer. Beep beep, verifying keycard. Level B employee verified. You are permitted to open doors on this floor up to 3 times. Blip. If you receive an item coupon, remember to exchange it for an item. Warning, do not enter the air conditioning ducts. They are very dangerous. So in order to proceed on with this, we're going to go down and then go all the way around the right side. Just circle the whole room until you get to the top part here. And then we're going to open this door to proceed left. We're going to go all the way to the end, but don't get the left door. Instead, go down and unlock the door at the end of this hallway. Now what we're going to do is go down and into the room on the left. We can pick up the item here. This is key item A coupon. And then we're going to inspect the air duct and climb up and look around. Now what we have to do is to climb down and then we'll go over toward the right. And you can see that we can go into the duct leading north. And that will take us into a room with another item. So let's go over toward the right and then we'll climb up. The positioning on this can be a little bit tricky. Just kind of go a little bit further to the right than you think you might have to, and then go up. And then we'll go down into this room. Let's grab key item B coupon, leave the room, go over toward the left, and we will open up this, our third and final door. That will allow us to go into the room to pick up key item C coupon. Now let's go back to the previous room. We're going to climb up into the air duct, and then that will allow us to go back down to the room with the computer where we began. So go down and then over toward the right, and then that will pretty much complete this section. We just have to talk to the computer to turn in all of our coupons and get our prizes. Bing bing, enter command. We'll say coupon exchange. You can exchange your coupons for items. Here are the items you can have. A coupon, star pendant, B coupon, 4 slots, C coupon, all materia. Please use caution. Once you have exchanged coupons for items, you may not select all clear. Exchange coupon? Yeah. Coupon exchange complete. Received star pendant, received 4 slot, and received all materia. So that's how to get all the items on this floor. Now we're going to go back to the stairs and go up to the 64th floor. This floor is a fitness facility. There's not a lot of story stuff here, but there is a gym that we can rest at, and there's also some items we can get. If you go to the far left room, you can take a nap, and you can also use the save point in this room, which is pretty convenient if you need to take a break. So I'll go ahead and just save the game real fast. Now we're going to go up this nearby hallway and we're going to go into the room with all the lockers. If you inspect the lockers, you can grab a Phoenix Down and some other items. There are a bunch of locked lockers, and if you look at the lockers at the top row, you'll get a little special dialogue for one of them. And it's going to be right about in the middle here. It'll say, "What is this? A megaphone? Hanging on to this wouldn't do us any good." That's actually one of the character's final and best weapons. So we will be coming back here much later in the game to collect that. But for now, we're just going to leave that megaphone where it is. Let's go up to the 65th floor. Here's another puzzle room. Most of the treasure chests around here are locked. One is unlocked, and they will sequentially unlock as you solve the puzzle. As you go through this floor, there are actually fights that you can get into, but of course I'm going to try to avoid as many fights as possible. We're just going to get out of here for now by running away. Now let's go into the upper left room and open up the bottom treasure chest to grab the Midgar parts. Let's go into this middle room that has a model of Midgar. We're going to go around toward the left side, and we're going to go kind of to the 10 o'clock position here, and we can interact with this crack in it. We're going to choose to insert the Midgar parts. That will then complete that section of Midgar, and it sounds like something opened up. Let's go ahead and leave the room. We're going to go over toward the bottom left room, and we're going to open up the treasure chest on the bottom. That will give us some more Midgar parts. Let's return to the room in the middle, and we'll put those parts in, and just keep doing that until we get them all. We can put these into the section on the bottom part here, about the 5 o'clock position on the clock, and then we're going to leave the room. Let's go back to that top left room, and now we can open up the top treasure chest for some more Midgar parts. We'll go back into the center room to place those into position. We're going to go around it toward the right side, about the 3 o'clock position. We'll put those Midgar parts in, they'll lock in, and another treasure chest opens up. So let's leave the room, and now we're going to go over toward the bottom left room again, and we can open up the top treasure chest. Here we got into another fight, but I'm not really interested in fighting this one, so let's go ahead and leave. We do take a good amount of damage when these enemies attack, which fill up our limit gauges, which isn't so bad. I definitely have a limit gauge filled up for Cloud, and I'm going to save that for a little while for an upcoming boss fight. With these Midgar parts, we're going to go over toward the right side, about the 4 o'clock position. We'll put those into the Midgar model and then go ahead and leave the room again. Let's go over toward the far right side. We actually want to go past the stairs and go up into the far right corner, and then we can open up this treasure chest for the final part that we need to grab. So let's go back to that center room. There's only one more section that we need to fill in, so let's go ahead and do that now. We'll go all the way up to the top section here, about the 11 o'clock position. We'll put those in, and then that will open up the final treasure chest, which is right by the stairs when we first entered. So let's leave this room, go over toward the right so that we can go into the stair area, and then we'll open up that treasure chest. We got keycard 66, so let's head up the stairs to floor 66. Now we're going to leave the stairway area, and then we're going to go all the way down and around. We're going to then run up the left-hand hallway and go into the bathroom area. Go into the stall, and you'll get a different perspective here. We'll choose to climb up, and then that will take us up into the ventilation ducts above the bathroom. Now let's proceed forward so that we can spy on the Shinra executives.
Geez, that's a lot of suits.
We have the damage estimates for Sector 7. Considering those factories we already set up and all the investments, the damage is estimated at approximately 10 billion gil. The estimated cost to rebuild Sector 7 is... We're not rebuilding. What? We're leaving Sector 7 as it is. And restarting the Neo Midgar plan. Then the Ancients. The Promised Land will soon be ours. I want you to raise the Mako rates 15% in every area. Rate height, tra-la-la, and please include our space program in the budget. Reeve and Scarlet will divide the extra income from the rate increase. Oh man. Sir, if you raise the rates, the people will lose confidence. It'll be alright. The ignorant citizens won't lose confidence. They'll trust Shinra Inc. even more.
Ha ha ha! After all, we're the ones who saved Sector 7 from Avalanche. That dirty...
Hojo, how's the girl? As a specimen, she's inferior to her mother. I'm still in the process of comparing her to her mother, Ifalna, but for now the difference is 18%. How long will the research take? Probably 120 years. It's probably impossible to finish in our lifetime, or in the lifetime of the specimen too, for that matter. That's why we're thinking of breeding her. Then we could create one that could withstand our research for a long time. What about the Promised Land? Won't it hinder our plans? That's what I need to plan. The mother is strong, and yet has her weaknesses. That concludes our meeting. Something stinks. They were talking about Aerith, right? I don't know. Probably. Let's follow them. And now we just have to crawl backwards out of the vent. We'll leave the bathroom and then go south. We're going to run around until we get a scene about Hojo. Hojo, huh? And we'll go up the same way. We can go into the door and climb up to the 67th floor.
I remember him. That Hojo guy. He's in charge of the Shinra Science Department. Cloud, don't you know him?
This is the first time I've actually ever seen him. So that's what he looks like. We'll leave the staircase area and then go around toward the bottom here. Keep going left and then around the corner, and you'll get a cutscene coming through here. Is this today's specimen? Yes. We're starting right away. Raise it to the upper level. My precious specimen. Precious specimen? Is it going to be used for a biological experiment? Genova. Genova, Sephiroth's, so they brought it here. Cloud, be strong. Did you see it?
See what?
It's moving. Still alive?
Where's its head? This whole thing's stupid. Let's keep going.
Now we're going to go around and then go down up past all of these boxes toward the back right. There is going to be a treasure chest over here. We can open that up to grab the poison materia. We've got a boss fight coming up, so let's make some changes to our equipment and our materia. We'll begin with the materia menu. We'll go to Cloud, and we're going to give him the elemental and the poison materia on his armor. Now, it turns out that that really doesn't do a whole lot, but at least we'll start to accrue some AP for that. And then if you want to, you can put on any other things that you want to on Barret. As far as equipment goes, we're going to give Tifa the star pendant so that she is actually protected against poison. Now I'm going to quickly save the game, and then I'm going to go up and into this elevator. Once we get up to the top floor, let's go down and have a scene. Aerith. Aerith? Oh, is that her name? What do you want? We're taking Aerith back. Outsiders.
Should've noticed it earlier, you.
There's so many frivolous things in this world. Are you going to kill me? I don't think you should. The equipment here is extremely delicate. Without me, who could operate it, That's right. I recommend you think things out logically before you make any rash moves. Now, bring in the specimen. Cloud, help! What do you think you're doing? Lending a helping hand to an endangered species. Both of them are on the brink of extinction. If I don't help, all these animals will disappear. Animal? That's terrible! Aerith is a human being!
You're gonna pay!
Barret, can't you do anything?
Alright, step back!
Stop! What are you doing? Oh, my precious specimens! Now's our chance to get Aerith. Thanks, Cloud. Cloud, what's wrong? The elevator is moving. This is no ordinary specimen. This is a very ferocious specimen. He's rather strong. I'll help you all out. It talked? I'll talk as much as you want later, miss. We'll take care of that monster. Somebody take Aerith somewhere safe. We can gain some more favor with Barret if we choose him, so say, Barret, take care of her. What's your name? Hojo has named me Red 13, a name with no meaning whatsoever to me. Call me whatever you wish. Well, we're just going to stick with that, and we'll call him Red 13. Come on. We're thrown into a boss fight against sample H0512, that's the big guy in the back, and he also has 3 little minions. I would highly recommend you just ignore those minions and focus on taking down the boss in the back. he is in the back row, so our normal attacks won't do a whole lot to him, but we're just going to throw some grenades at him. The boss has 1000 HP, and he will just keep regenerating those little minions up front, so don't worry about them. It will take about 8 grenades to kill the guy in the back, so keep hitting him with that. If he uses Shady Breath, your party members will be poisoned. Luckily for me, Tifa is immune to that because of the star pendant I gave her, but we're not going to take a whole lot of damage from that poison anyway. We'll just keep chucking grenades, and very soon this fight will be over. It's very easy and doesn't take any effort whatsoever as long as you focus on the boss and chuck grenades at him the whole time. If you get limit breaks, I would strongly recommend you do not use those because they will come in handy in the subsequent boss fights that we have to fight very soon. Aerith, you alright? She seems alright, in many ways. I have a right to choose too. I don't like two-legged things. What are you? An informed question, but difficult to answer. I am what you see. You must have many questions, but first, let's get out of here. I'll lead the way. Cloud, so you did come for me. I apologize for what happened back there. I was merely acting to throw Hojo off guard.
Now we've saved Aerith, ain't no need to be in this building, so let's get out of here.
If all 5 of us go together, we'll be noticed. Let's break up in 2 groups. We're going to press circle for a party change, and I'm going to take Barret and Red 13, leaving the 2 ladies out of the fight. Now let's press triangle to access the menu. I'm going to change up Barret's materia a little bit and give him the things that Tifa had, so he now has all and restore linked together on the armor and lightning on his weapon. That's really all we need to do here. Now let's press X. I'll see you later. We'll be waiting on the 66th floor elevator. We'll be going first. Meet at the 66th floor elevator. Now before you run off, go back into the cell and grab the enemy skill materia off the ground. We don't need to do anything with it right now because we can't learn any enemy skills, but we'll do that later on. Let's run down here and we can grab a couple potions from up top here, and then we'll go talk to the man. No, please don't kill me. I only did what Hojo told me to do. To prove it to you, here, this is the key card to the 68th floor. Would I be doing this if I was the enemy? Received key item, keycard 68. So the man's going to run off. We can follow him a little bit, and if you go down this hallway, then you can grab a couple more items off the ground. There's a couple more potions, and if you follow him around, we can try to go upstairs, but as soon as you go up to the 69th floor, then your party members will scold you a little bit.
Where are you going? Everyone's waiting on the 66th floor elevator.
Okay, so we can't go out that way, we'll go down. You can just take the stairs directly. I'm going to run around a little bit more because I do want to get into another fight just to show off the enemy there. So let's just head back down, not past the cell where Red 13 was, and then we're actually going to take the elevator back down, and then that will get us into a position where I can show you a fight on the floor below us. So let's just run over here to the elevator, we'll go downstairs, and I'll get into a fight with the monster that I want to show you. So here's the enemy I wanted to show you. It is the Moth Slasher. It looks like a weird bird penguin thing on top of the rotating spiky ball. If you steal from them, then you can actually get the Carbon Bangle, which is a better armor than what we have currently. As you run around, you might also encounter this enemy. It's called Soldier Third, and if you steal from it, then you can get a new weapon for Cloud called Hard Edge, and it is quite a big upgrade from the Buster Sword that he currently has. As you can see from this screenshot, equipping the Hard Edge over the Buster Sword would almost double your attack power, which is pretty good, especially in the early game. It's not necessary by any means, but definitely do it if you want to make yourself a little bit stronger. With our strategies, though, it doesn't really matter, and there's no trophies for collecting all of the equipment, so purely your choice if you want to, but I'm going to go on without it. Okay, we're making our way back toward the stairs. They're on the far right side, so we're going to go in here and then go down to the 66th floor, which is where we have to go to progress the story. We're going to leave the staircase area and go to the elevator on the far south end of this room. We'll go into the elevator and then interact with the panel for a little scene with Rude. Hey, what is it? Would you press up, please? Turks. Must be a trap. This must have been a real thrill for you. Did you enjoy it? Grr. They got you too? Where is Aerith? In a safe place. She's the last surviving ancient. Don't you know? They called themselves the Cetra and lived thousands of years ago. Now they are just a forgotten page in history. Cetra? That girl is a survivor of the Cetra? Cetra, or the Ancients, will show us the way to the Promised Land. I'm expecting a lot out of her. The Promised Land. Isn't that just a legend? Even so, it's far too appealing not to pursue. It's been said the Promised Land is very fertile. If the land is fertile,
Then there's gotta be Mako.
exactly. That is why our money-making Mako reactor is necessary. The abundant Mako will flow out on its own. That is where Neo Midgar will be built, Shinra's new glory.
Quit dreaming.
Oh really? Don't you know? These days, all it takes for your dreams to come true is money and power. Well, that is all for our meeting. Come on, out of his way.
Hold it. I got a lot to say to you.
If there's anything else, talk to my secretary. This is a good spot for getting more affection with Barret for the best bromance trophy later on. We'll go to the door and say, I wonder how Barret is doing.
Hey. Aerith is an ancient, and the real name of the ancients is Cetra. The ancients know where the Promised Land is, and the Shinra are searching for that Promised Land. I only heard stories about the Promised Land. I don't know if it really exists. Is that right? The Shinra believe that the Promised Land is full of Mako energy. Which means, if the Shinra get there, they'll suck up all the Mako energy. And the land will wither away. The planet's gonna get weaker. I can't just leave them be. I'm recruiting new members. Me, Tifa, Cloud, and Aerith too. How about you? You're so boring.
Now we can approach Tifa and talk to her. Can we get out? We're going to say kinda hard to make her lose affection with us. Don't give up. Okay, now let's go to the door again and we will wonder how Red 13 is doing. Grandpa.
Grandpa? Grandpa?
What's so funny? Nothing. And last but not least, we'll check on Aerith by choosing I wonder how Aerith is doing. Cloud, are you there? Aerith, you safe? Yeah, I'm alright. I knew that Cloud would come for me. Hey, I'm your bodyguard, right? The deal was for one date, right? Oh, I get it. Tifa? Tifa, you're there too? Excuse me? You know, Aerith, I have a question. What? Does the Promised Land really exist? I don't know. All I know is the Cetra were born from the planet, speak with the planet, and unlock the planet. And then the Cetra will return to the Promised Land, a land that promises supreme happiness. What does that mean? More than words? I don't know. Speak with the planet? Just what does the planet say? It's full of people and noisy. That's why I can't make out what they are saying. You hear it now? I only heard it at the church in the slums. Mother said that Midgar was no longer safe. That is, my real mother. Someday, I'll get out of Midgar, speak with the planet, and find my promised land. That's what Mom said. I thought I would stop hearing her voice as I grew up, but... And that's the end of that conversation. You can talk to Tifa again if you want to. Just make sure that you choose that same option of kinda hard. And then we're going to interact with the door one more time, and let's just get some sleep. We get fully rested at this part, which is good because we've got some more fights coming up. The door's open. When did it open? Well, we can escape our room, but we can't interact with our comrades yet. Instead, go to the left and interact with the guard on the ground. What's happened? Now we're going to run back and talk to Tifa. Tifa, wake up. What's wrong? Something's wrong. Look outside. She'll take off running. We're going to follow her up and over toward the left and talk to her by the guard. I wonder what happened. He should have the key on him. Come on, Tifa, get Aerith. I'll go help Barret and the others. So she'll go into Aerith's room. We're going to run to the end of the hallway and open the door and talk to Barret. Barret, Red 13, come with me. Something's wrong.
How'd you get in? Why's the door open?
Let's follow them back down the hallway.
The heck's going on?
No human could have done this. I'll go on ahead.
I'll clean up back here, so you guys go ahead, and don't get caught by Shinra.
Now let's go talk to the ladies before we go out. Come on, let's follow Red 13. Let's go to the end of the hallway and then turn left. We'll find Red 13 just ahead of us. On the way there, I got into a fight with an enemy called Brain Pod. These guys are pretty tough, but they're actually weak to anything that heals you, so the Cure Spell, Potions, and High Potions actually do damage to them. Now let's talk to Red 13 for a little scene. Genova specimen. Looks like it went to the upper floor using that elevator for the specimens. He's going to take off running. We're just going to follow him until the screen transitions. Now we can stop by and save the game if you want to, so I'm going to do that real quick, and then we'll proceed up the elevator. From here, we just have to follow this blood trail down, and we can find Red 13 here. It looks like it leads up. And let's keep following that blood trail over, out the door, and then back around to the stairs. And now we're going to go up to the 69th floor, which we weren't permitted to go into earlier. Let's follow the blood trail around and go upstairs. On the way up, I did get into an encounter with an enemy called Zanene. They absorb the bioelement, so don't try to poison them, but they are weak to anything that normally would heal you, just like the Brain Pod. You can steal something called a Deadly Waste from them, which is a very powerful attack item, and you can also get an ether dropping from them when they're defeated. Now let's go have a scene with the ex-president Shinra.
He's dead. The head of Shinra is dead.
Then this sword must be Sephiroth's. Sephiroth is alive? Looks like it. Only Sephiroth can use that sword.
Who cares who did it? This is the end of the Shinra.
Please don't kill me. What happened? Sephiroth came. Did you see him? Did you see Sephiroth? Yeah, I saw him with my own eyes. You really saw him? Would I lie at a time like this? I heard his voice too. He said something about not letting us have the promised land. Then does that mean the promised land really does exist and that Sephiroth's here to save it from Shinra?
So he's a good guy then.
Save the promised land? A good guy? No way. It's not that simple. I know him. Sephiroth's mission is different.
Rufus? I forgot about him.
Who's that?
Vice President Rufus, the president's son.
After the scene, we're going to run straight up and out the doors for another scene with Rufus. So Sephiroth was actually here. By the way, just who are you? I'm Cloud, ex-soldier, first class.
I'm from Avalanche.
Me too. A flower girl from the slums. A research specimen. What a crew. Well, I'm Rufus, the president of Shinra Inc.
You're only president because your old man died.
Correct. I'll let you hear my inauguration speech. Father tried to control the world with money, and that worked for him. The people believed that Shinra would protect them. Work at Shinra, get your pay. If terrorists attack, the Shinra army will help you. It looked perfect on the outside. But I do things differently. I'll control the world with fear. It's too much to do it like my old man. A little fear will control the minds of the common people. There's no reason to waste good money on them. He likes to make speeches just like his father. Get Aerith out of the building.
What?
I'll explain later. Barret, this is the real crisis for the planet.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'll explain later. Just take my word for now. I'll go after I take care of him.
All right, Cloud.
Cloud, I just thought of something. I'll wait for Cloud. Everyone, get to the elevator. It's going to get pretty ugly from here on. We should check our equipment. Cloud and Tifa's Materia, we're going to choose to leave it. And now with Aerith controlling the party, we're going to run down and go south through the door, then go over toward the left, and finally into the elevators at the bottom of the screen. When we step in and use the control panel, we'll automatically get into a boss fight. This is 100 Gunner, and as you can see, we're on different platforms, so the only person who would normally be able to hurt him would be Barret, because he's the only one with a long-range weapon. You'd also want Aerith to have the Bolt spell so that she can do lots of damage by casting magic at him. He does take double damage to that Bolt spell, but honestly, none of that strategy really matters because we're just going to take him out using a bunch of grenades. So he starts with 1,600 HP. Once you get him down to below 1,066 HP, he actually changes forms. His main turrets are going to fold back behind him like this, and then he switches his attack. And he will remain in this form until you get him down to below 533 health, and that's when he will go into his final form. So when he's like this, he uses main artillery. It attacks all the party members for decent damage. This is a good way to get your limit breaks up as well. You can also use your limits if you want to. Red 13 will be able to hit him with his Sled Fang attack, and you're also able to use Big Shot with Barret, or you can use Healing Wind from Aerith to get your health back. So once he's down below his 533 health, he'll start charging up his sensors here, and we just have to hit him with a few more grenades, and that will actually end this fight, and it will go immediately into the next fight. So 100 Gunner goes away, and he's going to get replaced by the next boss. This is Heli Gunner coming in, and he only has 1,000 HP, so this one's much easier to take out. Once again, we're just going to spam a bunch of grenades toward him, or use our limit breaks, and that should take him out pretty quickly too. The only real difference here is that the Heli Gunner hits a lot harder, so be prepared to heal up as necessary, but this guy shouldn't be too much of a problem with you. I don't even think that healing is really all that necessary in this fight, especially if you're pretty quick about things. So we're just going to keep attacking him. I'll hit him with a Big Shot, and then we'll go back to chucking grenades at him. And that's really all there is to say about this fight. It's pretty easy, and it doesn't take too long. I'm going to let the rest of this fight play out, and I'll see you at the end in about 20 more seconds. There you go, that's 2 bosses down in a row, and I didn't even have to heal through both of them. We get 250 experience points, 25 AP, 200 gil, and a mithril armlet as a new piece of armor. We don't need to really switch anything up with Cloud, so we'll just continue from here. Why do you want to fight me? You want the Promised Land and Sephiroth. That's right. Did you know that Sephiroth is an ancient? Whatever. I can't let either you or Sephiroth have the Promised Land. I see. I guess we won't be allies. We now have a fight of Cloud versus Rufus and his pet Dark Nation. Dark Nation will begin the fight by casting Barrier on Rufus, so now Rufus will take less physical damage. We want to finish off Dark Nation very quickly. We can do that with just 1 limit break, so a Braver, or if you happen to have Cross Slash, that should take him out pretty quickly, or you can just throw a grenade at him. Now, any physical attacks, including limit breaks, will do less damage to Rufus because he has that barrier up. However, grenades will go right through that barrier and will not be affected by it. Dark Nation has 140 HP and Rufus has 500 HP, so they both go down very quickly. It only takes a couple grenades to take him out. They are both susceptible to poison as well, though honestly that's just much slower than taking them out with grenades and limit breaks. So once the fight's over, then Rufus will escape just like the Turks do, and will have won the battle. As a reward, we get 310 experience, 42 AP, 650 gil, a protect vest, and a guard source. You don't get all of that reward if you don't kill Dark Nation, so make sure you finish him off before you take down Rufus. Now we're going to go back in the building, go down the stairs where Tifa is waiting for us. I'm going to stop by the save point real quick just to save it, and then we're going to go and talk to Tifa. After saving it, we're going to go talk to Tifa real quick. Where's Rufus? I couldn't finish him. This is going to get complicated. They're going to run off together and we'll come down the elevator as Aerith. Now before you do anything, we want to get the second Turtle Paradise poster. To do that, we're going to go up past these stairs, run all the way toward the back, and then we're going to interact with this bulletin board back here. Turtles Paradise newsletter number 2. The end of another hard day. Wouldn't you like to sit back with a tall, cool one? You can at the Turtles Paradise. Stop in today. There's nothing like a smooth one after work. Now that we've read the second Turtle Paradise poster, we're going to run back down and act like we're going to leave the building for a scene.
I'll go on ahead. We're surrounded. If I was alone, this wouldn't be a thing, but I got a reputation to protect.
You all get out while you can. It's not you they're after, it's me.
Yeah, well that ain't happening. You got caught up in this over Marlene. Now it's my turn to help you. Okay, playtime's over.
Thank you, Mr. Barret.
Who you calling Mr. Barret? That don't sound right.
Well then, if you are through talking, may I suggest that we think of a way to get out of here?
Huh? Oh yeah. You're cold, man. Just like someone else around here I know.
Did you say something?
Not a thing. So what are we gonna do?
Barret!
Tifa, where's Cloud?
Everyone, over here!
Huh? What's up? Where's Cloud?
He's coming! Hurry, hurry! Control the bike with the directional buttons and save your friends in the truck from the Shinra troops. Let's start by pressing X to form our party. I'm going to take Tifa out of the party and instead put in Red 13. So we've got Cloud, Barret, and Red 13 as our 3 party members. Now let's press the triangle button to go into the menu. I'm going to go down to the order command and move Cloud to the back row so all the characters are in the back. As for the materia setup, I'm going to give Cloud the elemental materia paired or linked with a fire materia. That way he'll take half damage from fire attacks, which this next upcoming boss does a lot of. As for Barret, we'll give him all linked with the restore so that he can cure all party members at the same time. I'm giving Red 13 the lightning materia because the boss is weak to lightning, as well as any extra green materia like ice or fire. That way he gets a bonus to his magic attack. Any extra materia slots can be filled with steel for more dexterity, cover for more vitality, or the all materia so that you can keep leveling it up. Well, once you're all done with that, then we're going to close out of the menu and we're going to hit options or the start button to start the game. If you hit the square button, you'll swing your sword on the left side, and hitting the circle button will cause you to swing on the right side. Now, the different color bikes behave differently. In particular, the red motorcyclists will not want to approach the truck so long as you're swinging your sword. So if you keep mashing the button and you have all 3 of the enemy motorcycles be red, they're going to hang back and they aren't going to really attack your truck. However, if you pause even for a moment, they will move forward and then start to attack the truck. So if you had something like a turbo controller, that might work a little bit better just to ensure that you're always swinging as fast as possible and not taking a break. It doesn't really matter though, even if they attack the truck a little bit, it's totally fine. You can actually see that everyone's health is displayed by bars next to their portrait, and as the truck or Cloud gets attacked and ram into the enemy motorcyclists, they'll actually take damage, and that damage will carry over into the next boss fight. So you definitely want to do a good job of protecting the party members because that will have a real impact on the upcoming boss fight. If you're having trouble with the timing of the attack and getting it, what I might suggest is actually hanging out toward the camera, a little bit a ways away from where the truck is, and that will allow you to quickly accelerate into slash on the way up. You might be able to hit them a little bit easier that way. You can also keep bumping into them. The red ones in particular will go down pretty easily. And if you destroy a motorcycle in front of another enemy motorcycle, they can actually cause the ones behind to get tripped up and to break down as well. So it's good to kind of get those combo attacks hitting the motorcyclists up front and having them take out the ones behind. All in all, this section isn't too bad. It only takes about 2 minutes to go through the whole section where you have to defend the truck. And then a little bit later on is when all the motorcyclists will disappear and the boss will actually show up, and you can see the motor ball coming into frame right now. And this is the end of the motorcycle chase. It will end and then you will be immediately put into battle. We put all of our characters into the back row because the enemy is attacking us from the back, and that means that we're not going to get the back attack status necessarily. We're already lined up with technically now the front row so that we can do some more damage here. So here comes Motorball. This enemy has a lot more health than what we're used to. Motorball has 2,600 HP. It is strong to the fire element and it is weak to the lightning element. So every time we get Red 13's turn, we're going to use Bolt. It actually will do more damage than what a grenade would in this case. As for Barret and Cloud, they're going to start tossing grenades all of their turns. Motorball can attack single party members and do some pretty good damage to them. It can also attack all the party members at one time. If you start getting low on health, go ahead and use that cure spell from Barret just to top everyone up, and then make sure that you're using your limit breaks as well so that you can do some good damage against him. Here I'll use another Braver. We want to keep using limit breaks as much as possible because we won't unlock the second limit break until we've used the first limit break 8 times in battle. Here you can see he's using Twin Burner, which attacks all 3 party members with fire damage. Cloud took half damage from that because he has the elemental materia linked with fire on his armor. So he's taking half damage from that. We're just going to keep up our assault using our limit breaks as we get them. Red 13 will keep using Bolt, and then we're also going to toss grenades whenever we don't have anything better to do. And that's really all there is to this fight. It does take a little while because of the boss's high HP count, but all in all, we are pretty offensive with our strategy, and we're going to take him out without much of a problem. So I'm going to let this one play out until the end, and I'll see you when this boss is defeated in about 45 more seconds. Alright, Motorball goes down, and that will end the fight. I also happen to have completed 8 limit breaks from Cloud at this point, so I did unlock Cross Slash, his second limit break for us. As a reward, we also get a star pendant.
Well, what do we do now?
Sephiroth is alive. I have to settle the score.
Will that save the planet?
It seems so.
Then I'm going.
I'll go too. There are things I need to know. About the ancients? Many things. I guess it's goodbye, Midgar.
We told Aerith's mom to go somewhere safe, so Marlene should be safe too.
Yeah, she should be. She said she didn't want to stay in Midgar anymore. Maybe it's for the best. Then let's go.
We need a leader for our journey. Of course, that could only be me.
You think so? I think it should be Cloud.
Alright, go northeast to a town called Calm. If something happens, we'll meet up there. Besides, we can't all be strolling around out there. It's too dangerous. We'll split into 2 parties.
We're going to choose to take Barret and Red 13. That way we get the most affection with him and we don't gain any more with Aerith or Tifa. Interesting combination. Well, have fun, boys. We'll see you at Calm. Now that it's just the bros, let's head on out of here, and as soon as we do, we get a notification that we can now save anywhere on the world map. We don't have to find a save point anymore when we're outside. The entire world is our save point, which is pretty cool, and that is where we're going to end part 3. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out, and also comment down below. Also, make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss any future parts. You are not going to want to miss them. I'll see you soon for part 4. Until then, thanks for watching and have a good day.